Good, what's good? As it's time for the shakeup. Shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. What's going on, good people? What's going on in the world today? Well, the New Orleans Hornets, the Jazz, whatever you want to call them. I remember they were having the same type of problems with Chris Paul. And the NBA's decisions to restrict him from going to the Los Angeles Lakers and accepting a deal to send him to the Clippers. I remember this. Now, the scoop is this. While everyone else is not giving people information, nothing had changed from the position that was on the floor already. Meaning, in translation, there was no new developments from where they were prior. What the Brooklyn Nets want is to keep Kyrie Irving. They have no problems with keeping Kyrie Irving. What they have a problem with is keeping Kyrie Irving in a 5-year max contract. What they want, if they're going to do 5 years, they want Kyrie Irving to basically have conditions. There got to be certain conditions for Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie Irving is to get this money, Kyrie Irving must play 67 games. Then he gets this bonus. Then if Kyrie Irving doesn't get suspended for this, then the team doesn't have to pay Kyrie Irving if he decides personally not to play this game. They want these type of conditions put in place. So, while they're looking at these conditions, they're looking more as a reasonable compromise. They want, hey, what's going on? So they're looking at a compromise from 2 to 3 year deal. They feel it's fair. If you don't want to have these type of attachments, a 2 to 3 year deal, they think it's fair in the negotiations. Well, if you got 2 to 3 year deal, then by all means, everyone would assume that you're acting in good faith. Kyrie doesn't believe in that. What Kyrie believes is that you're trying to use his services and take all the advantages and don't want to pay anything in return. You're abusing his services and trying to get him for the low. And then when he's injured or something while playing for your team, you can just exclude him like baggage. He's like, no, I want my money. I'm not the reason I wasn't playing. last season. And y'all trying to punish me for not playing when the reason I wasn't playing had nothing to do, absolutely nothing to do with my health. It had everything to do with a decision that was made by the state. Not even the National Basketball Association made that decision. So to say, basically, you're punishing him for that. I just think that's a little tasteless, in my opinion. So, that's where they are. They're in that standpoint. Hit the like button coming in, because I'm going to show you the person that's caught in the middle of all of this, which is Kevin Durant. So, Kyrie said, okay, if we can't get a deal done and you want to do a sign and trade, here are the teams that I would go play for. The Los Angeles Lakers, I would play for them. I would play for the Clippers. I'll even play for the Knicks. Play for the Mavs. He put those teams down specifically. Even the 76ers. Saying, I would consider playing with those teams if we can't come to a deal and do a sign and trade. Kevin Durant lets the Brooklyn Nets know, hey, I'm watching this situation very closely because this will have an effect on the decisions I make moving forward. What happens here? So he's letting the organization know, look, play all the games you want to play. But at the end of the day, if Kyrie Irving is gone, and you think you just gonna have me here making money for you, yeah, KD will be gone. He ain't gonna stick around Brooklyn. What would they get back in return that is equivalent to a Kyrie Irving? You think you're going to get a trade and bring in Russell Westbrook and bring him with KD again? KD going to be, oh, no, hell no. I didn't have this show. I'm not going to be wasting my years, doing all this all over again. I've already done this. It's like we told y'all, don't trade James Harden. We gonna work it out. Y'all traded James Harden anyway. He wanted to go. Now y'all about to screw this whole thing up. Sean Marks isn't that stupid. He's just trying to negotiate. What do I expect to happen? I expect Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant to both be Brooklyn Nets moving forward. All of this is negotiations. Kyrie didn't like the remarks that Sean Marks made when they had their end of the season rundown. Oh yeah, and everybody who saw my video, yes, that's gonna yesterday on One Crack News when I kind of went off. Yeah, that video I didn't forget is going up today. See, people don't realize that it's still the same day. From when I made the video to now, that video was made at like 3 in the morning. It's still the same day. So the video will be up today. And you're going to find out why the government actually is responsible for the flood and not Hurricane Katrina. Then you're going to learn what happened with the Lil Wayne and 50 Cent situation, why it didn't go the way you thought, and what was the real plan and the layout. Now, besides all that, people got to realize that in basketball, decisions was made. When Sean Marks made that speech and he made that statement, during a very different time. Like when he made that statement, he basically was almost singling out Kyrie Irving without really saying Kyrie Irving. He's like, not just Kyrie, but all of our teams. We have to be available. We have to. So Kyrie just posted a statement with his eyes wide open. Like, wow. Because it was almost like a shock and awe and sending a message to Kyrie as part of the negotiations. So Kyrie Irving started putting out feelers like, you know what? I wouldn't mind playing with the Lakers and LeBron again. Two can play this game. Because now Sean Marks will have to explain to his Brooklyn fans how he lost Kyrie and Kevin Durant. Because that's what's going to happen. If he keeps playing around and don't get this deal done, that's what's going to happen. This is a jockeying for power. And while you're jockeying for power, this is the layout. This is what they do. This is the positioning. I don't know how many times people got to say it. Definitely hit the like button. It's a negotiational ploy. Both guys will be staying with Brooklyn. I don't see Kyrie going anywhere. I'm not going with the sensationalism. That's what these are the people that's supposed to give you sports updates. They don't have anything to talk about, so they start speculating. Where is Kevin Durant going? I can see him fitting in with the Miami Heat. I can see him doing this. Is he going to the Chicago Bulls? It's like, what? Is this fandom or is this sports journalism? Where is the sports journalism anymore? I don't see it at all. No more journalism in the world. Everybody's an expert of absolutely nothing. If you try to look for an update on it, all you're getting is a fan talking about it. So if you get nothing but fans talking about the sport, what are you really doing? No, what it does is to promote the draft. This is what the NBA does. To promote the draft, what they want to do is talk about other teams. Talk about trades. You're talking about potential trades because people get excited when they hear a trade. The NBA gets turned on when they hear a trade, boy. We have a trade. People just started losing it. Yeah! Woohoo! Trade! And they never really stop to think how this trade don't benefit you. It's not even a position. And that they only do that when they feel that the new draft picks that they coming in, it's no real fire behind the players. Like the number one draft pick right now, like who's talking about that guy? I've heard more talk about the fifth pick than the first pick. More than we've heard anything about any other pick. Oh, well, Ticket crazy. Ticket will change in 10 seconds. Ticket, I love Ticket TV, boy. That is a fan of the moment. Ticket's gonna do exactly. He was Steph Curry so bad. Now Steph Curry is one of the greatest of all time. Oh, but he gonna ride with Melo to the end. That's what he does consistently. So we're gonna definitely move on that as soon as we get a chance to. But hey, so yeah, when we get an opportunity. But other than that, that's about it. Do you think he's going to get the full extension? I don't think that he needs anything other than a full extension. To me, is the only choice because they have no other play. You see, if you have no other play available, like that's it. I don't see there's any other play in hand for them to use. They're trying to fight to get their position, but Kyrie is steadfast on not taking a deal. When you send somebody saying, hey, let's do a sign and trade. You guys can sign and trade me somewhere else. I'm guarantee you someone else will pay me for 5 years and give me my full money. So That's what I'm saying. Marks is playing bluff with somebody who ain't blinking. Kyrie is not blinking one bit. And since Kyrie isn't blinking, it only hurts the Brooklyn Nets because they look bad as an organization. Now you have to pay Kyrie Irving. If you don't do a 2-3 year, you think your fans gonna understand? You think they finna turn on Kyrie and say Kyrie left? And you gonna say, oh, well, look at Boston. Boston already had those players. They had Jason Tatum and Brown, Big Al. They had all those players. So when you have all those players, it's a lot different. Kanye Irving, yeah, they've been calling him everything. But let's say Kyrie did go to these teams, though, right? Let's say he decided it would be in his best interest to go to these teams, right? Let's say Kyrie does that. Let's say Kyrie Irving goes to any of these other teams. Do they win a championship? Do Philly win a championship with Kyrie over there with Joel Embiid and James Harden? No. What if he goes to the Lakers? Kyrie, because you can't have Russ there, so I don't know what they're going to do with Russ, but you got Kyrie, LeBron, and AD. Do they win a championship? No. Nowhere Kyrie would go would equal a championship next season. His only shot is staying right there in Brooklyn. If he goes and be the point guard and plays with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, that's probably his best shot. Because Kawhi Leonard would, I just don't see that happening, man. And because you got to understand, Kawhi and Kyrie Irving, and let's say Leonard, all of those guys, the thing about them, it's clear. They like certain amenities. Kawhi Leonard, that the Clippers already know what Kawhi likes. So Kawhi is going to get what Kawhi wants. All the amenities that he would need to move forward, he got it. He doesn't need anything extra. All the amenities he needs to move forward, it's done. They'd be like, what do you need, Kyrie? You need something? You do? Okay, we coming your way. So Kawhi Leonard's gonna do that. Kyrie gonna want certain amenities, and they're gonna be like, "Well, you're second tier. This is Kawhi's team." You feel me? And how you think Paul George is gonna feel being the third wheel again? Mm-hmm. But like I told y'all, listen, when they create these files, or well, that's the thing. People don't care about that. All they care about is one other person making their money. The Brooklyn Nets care about having Kawhi Leonard, Kyrie Irving under their thumb. That's it. That's what they want. They want him to move when they say move and how they say move. No. Kevin Durant will make changes based on what he wants to do. Kevin Durant is like, look, I'm watching this because whatever y'all decide, it's going to determine what happens with me. He stayed out of it, but he's letting the organization know. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. People got to understand that when you are moving in such a way, These type of things are going to happen. These are negotiations, people. That's all they are. This is contract negotiations and jockeying for positions. This is another 30, 40, 50 million on the table that could be lost. So yeah, he's doing this for his future. This isn't about championships. This is about him getting paid for his services where he feel he rightfully deserves. Kyrie's not going anywhere yet. If that man loses Kyrie Irving, he is going to lose Kevin Durant. And Sean Marks, is he does that, his job is gone. Oh, he didn't waste any money because he's made a ton of money by having him on the team. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's up, man? It's good to see you, brother. No, because if you think about it, where is Kevin Durant going to go in midseason? He will be demanding a trade throughout the entire season if they take this approach fully. Seriously. Would you want to stay? Would you want to stay if this was the case? If this was the situation at hand, would you want to stick around? I am quite sure, more than most, that I understand why he did what he did and what he do and everything. We understand the passion Kyrie Irving has for playing. There isn't anyone who doesn't understand that. We know he went through a lot of physical ailments throughout his playing career because of how he plays. His game is explosion. He's really a two guard and a point guard's body. But he's an ISO player. And if they think they're going to turn back the clock, putting him with LeBron James again, as if LeBron James isn't 6,500 years old and is playing like Ned the dinosaur, then they're surely mistaken. Now, as I stated before, people have grown tired and pretty much bored from all of this back and forth with Kevin Durant, and you're going back and forth with all these people, but nothing's being done about it. Oh no, forget it. I was gonna go back in the house and grab some. Screw it. I'll go as is. Well, Kevin Durant is a different anomaly. Like you're looking at a player that is one of the greatest players we have ever seen. And by having one of the greatest players we had ever seen in our lifetime, do the type of things that he's been able to do, we would be fools to believe that Kevin Durant isn't capable of the things that he's able to do on a consistent basis that isn't worth a max contract. You know, like other people winning championships don't make Kevin Durant anything less than one of the greatest players we have ever seen in our lives. But the stupidity of this new media wants us to believe that that is the case. They want us to believe Kevin Durant is one of the, like, oh, he could only do this. This is what he's lacking. Because they can't find a flaw in his game. They gotta try to make a flaw to make LeBron look good. Anybody could see that. Whenever you take a player such as LeBron James, who goes and creates a super team in Miami, created another one in Cleveland, tried to create another one with the Lakers, and have failed miserably. And you credit him at every turn. And the next player that comes along and he just brings himself to the table, you bash this man every day for the past 6-7 years. Because you didn't like it. That's because LeBron James controls this media. His media team. He builds these teams to go ahead and do the things that they do. Oh, definitely. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Don't forget to subscribe to him. Definitely. Right now, he's working out things. Him and Gummy been going at it. So I don't know what's going on there, but like I don't want to give that guy any life. Let him wallow in his own dirt. But you can't tell somebody else how they should feel about something. So if he wants to continuously going back and forth with Gummy, thumbs up. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm done with Gummy because there's nothing else more to say. He's a liar, drunk. We know everything about him. Kyrie Irving's to the Bulls. Why would he want to go play there? No, I was on there today. I was on Kwame's page earlier. I've been on there almost every day. I was on Kwame's chats every day. What are you talking about? Everyone act like the Lakers are one player away. LeBron has been hurt every year he has been with the Los Angeles Lakers. Every year he has an injury. Last year he was injured as much as he was playing injured, thinking that's helping the team. He was just trying to get 30 a night because he's trying to catch Kareem. The Lakers only want him to pass Kareem so they can have this ceremony and Jenny Buss could plan the party. Because that's all she is a party planner. If Kyrie wants to go play with LeBron, I would let him. Send him to LeBron. You know what the sports media gonna do? Exactly what I said they were gonna do to Westbrook. I said, Russ is gonna be the guy to take the whippings. He gonna take all the blame from when they lose. Did it happen? And then some. Everyone kept saying, well, Russ can't make the adjustment. He can't make the adjustments to play with LeBron James. Maybe LeBron James couldn't make the adjustment to play with Russ. Do you ever think about that? Because LeBron can't play off the ball. We went through this all last season. We kept showing you the updates. Yeah, it's always going to be more ball movement when you sit the old man down. The one that's costing you 30. He'll score 30, but he'll give up 45. That's why he goes out there and try to guard the player who's going to have the least activity on the court. That's why when you play the good teams, they get blown out because all 5 players are involved. When you got a team where all 5 players are going to touch the ball and be productive, those teams are not good for LeBron because there's nowhere for him to hide. And Draymond Green, I heard what you were saying. Dre. Look, I gave an honest assessment, Draymond. But if you want to do that, then I throw it right back at you. Shut up! Shut up! All you doing is going on your little podcast show and talking about everybody else and doing the same thing you complain about. So shut up! Just shut up! You play like crap for 4 games out of the finals. You had 2 decent games in the NBA finals. Now you want to talk? Shut up! Shut up! You in the victory parade, marching around with LeBron James liquor. He only gave you a salute because you was campaigning his liquor. Is he gonna give you some money for advertising his liquor? Shut up! Shut up! Now let's get back. Gave you a liquor contract. That's why your game fell off. Ever since you sat in that barber seat and that barbershop chair, sipping on vino with that dude who losing all the damn time and wonder why his hair falling out because you drinking all that liquor. Now you out here sloppy drunk like him. Got no coordination going up to score the basketball no more. Damn, Coach Izzo had to come and watch the game. Coach Izzo had to come out there like, son, what's going on with you, man? Put the bottle down. I can't. It's like it's calling me. It's calling me. You too busy talking to that bottle. That bottle, boy, got your mind, your brain swimming in doggone Lobos. Swimming in tequila with wine. Mixing that all up. Trying to go out there and play. That's why you sweating. Doing the introductions, just like LeBron. In a pool of sweat. He ain't did nothing yet. Drinking all that doggone wine and liquor. Dude coming in there for the game, drinking liquor. Hiding liquor under the doggone bench. drunk mind. You let them turn you into a lush. Straight like that. You let them turn you into a lush. So yeah, I said it. Your basketball IQ is greater than what they allow, but their criticism of you has been on point for most of the season. For most of the season, you've been playing lackluster. Then you'll play like Draymond again. But when the time comes for you to be aggressive, you weren't being aggressive, son. You just wasn't doing it. You was getting outplayed by Grant Williams. That's unacceptable, son. You got to do better than that. So you stepped it up and actually played like Draymond's supposed to play. In the last game, you was phenomenal. That's facts. But don't act like, yeah, see what I did in one game? Dog. I watch basketball. I know how gifted and how impactful you can be on a team. In your basketball IQ. I know the energy you bring to a team. But I also know you have digressed as a player. You are not the same Draymond you used to be. The old Draymond would give you 15 points and 12 rebounds. The old Draymond would give you a 20-20 game. With about 5 or 6. Pull up Shorty. They don't need to trade Draymond. He fits. Draymond is very good at what he does. He does more than what these commentators give him credit for, saying anybody can make that pass. Now, we ain't going back to Kendrick. You know, I mean, he gives a bad name to the word Kendrick. So we just call him Perk, because he can't be called Kendrick. Perk. Now, I think them putting him in there, they just put him in the suit and gave him a job just to have somebody to laugh at while they working. Because to listen to this man give his NBA takes is some of the dumbest quotes I've ever heard in my life. Draymond Green, I can make those passes. It's like, come on, dog. Stop. If you can make those passes, you would still be in the league. If you could run that offense, you would still be in the league. But we've seen your production on a basketball court. Airball dunks. Now you looking like the Sasquatch that stole Christmas. Looking like Black Santa up there. He done got so much, he done gained about 40, 50 more pounds since he been doing broadcasting, sitting in that chair all day. He ain't got no baby mama body. He got a big grandmama baby mama body. That's big mama body. Yeah, he out here looking like Medea. So I know what Draymond brings to the table. He helps the Golden State Warriors. He's the point guard. He's running the point of attack. He's telling players where they need to be. He knows the sets they need to run. He's telling players where they need to be on defense. Sometimes he overcommits, but Draymond got like 55 jobs on the team. So I understand that. But when he ain't doing his job, period, and getting beat, and all he doing is just fouling out, then that's the problem. You're not being Draymond Green. He's the heart of the team. He's the mouth of the team. The heart of the team is Steph Curry. Now he's the vocal leader. I'll give you that. But the heart and soul of that Golden State Warriors team is Steph Curry. If you see my prediction video for the series, it ended in 6. It ended exactly the same. I predicted all the games correctly. Who would win, how they would win, period. I told you who would be the X factor. Wiggins and Poole. Those needed to be the X factors. Wiggins had to step up. And buddy, he finally did. I was like, we trading Wiggins. After the first 3 games, I'm like, we are trading Wiggins. Then he came to life. He saw my video and said, man, I'm failing Cino. And he stepped it up and started becoming a rebound master. I said, there you go, Wiggins. Get your butt in the game. You out here looking like roast beef. Get in the game. Take what's there. And that's what he did. Ever since then, the game became easy to him. Just take what's there. I know. Tell me about it. Man, Kyrie Irving is going to be a Brooklyn Net. They're going to have to get this deal done. I don't see them budging off the 5 years. I don't see Kyrie doing it. He really got them where he want them. It's like, well, trade me. If you don't want to pay me the 5 years, then trade me. I'll do a sign and trade. Let's get it done. Then you're going to say bye-bye to Kevin Durant, and then you can say bye-bye to the Brooklyn Nets, because they're done. I'm concerned about Wiseman's mental. Wiseman's mental doesn't seem strong. It just don't. Harden is not. My thing is Harden earned his money already. So when you play to earn your money, they try to say, okay, well, we don't believe in the next 5 years you're gonna be worth the money. It's like, I've earned it already. So now that's what I'm saying. This whole thing is going to come down to a strike. The NBA players are going to hit that strike line, and it's going to be a monster. Oh, I'm sorry. That was 1 hour and 4 minutes ago. We talked about what's going to happen with Kyrie and the whole situation and what the developments truly is, not all of the stipulations and all of the garbage that they're giving you from the so-called media who get paid millions of dollars to give you information. They're just giving you a whole bunch of hypotheticals instead of the actual news and what's actually going on. So now that we've covered everything from Kyrie to even Kevin Durant saying, hey, y'all better get this fixed or I'm going to be out. Now that that's been done, they still want to come with stuff. Hey? Yes, they have a Ben Simmons problem. Like I told you, Kyrie has them by the balls. He gave them a list of teams that if they want to do a sign and trade, if they don't want to agree to the 5 years, this is what you can do. Sign and trade me. I'll go here. Bye-bye. Now, their problem is what they want is a 2 to 3 year deal with Kyrie Irving. Let's do a 2-3 year deal. But if it's going to be 5, we want basically you got to hit these benchmarks in order to get this money. The team don't have to pay if Kyrie Irving don't do this. If Kyrie Irving don't do that. Kyrie don't want that in his contract whatsoever, saying, who are you to put that in my deal? F you. Basically. If Kyrie don't take the test and don't do this, the Brooklyn Nets shouldn't have to pay Kyrie Irving. If Kyrie Irving only plays 68% of the games, he has to play 75% of the games to get the full compensation of this, or the Brooklyn Nets don't have to pay Kyrie Irving. They want all of these benchmarks put into the contract. So all of this is negotiations, people. Kyrie saying, no, I'm not budging, not taking no 2-3 year deal. And if you don't want to give me 5, here's the list of teams. We can do a sign and trade. They will pay me 5. Now, the Lakers got a big problem. They can't get Kyrie Irving. And not pay him 5-year deal, not with Russ on the team. And whoever you trade Russ for, the contract you get back, better be hellified. Westbrook is out of there. He might be. They're looking to move him, but who's stupid enough to trade for Russ? That's a dumb trade. Russ is not going to improve your team, and you're going to spend $47 million and take a hit on your cap to not go nowhere. Who would be stupid enough to do that? Nobody wants to bail the Lakers out of their mistake. The Lakers going to have to eat half his contract. I'll be like, look, y'all going to have to pay half his contract. Bradley Beal. We went over this yesterday. If Bradley Beal's opting out of his contract only to sign a 5-year deal, which was supposed to be a signing trade, they was negotiating that with the 76ers. It was going to be him, James Harden, and Joel Embiid for next season. Tobias Harris would be a Washington Wizard, right along with Moncrief. They wanted Maxey in the deal. So all of this was discussed during last season. So now that it's coming up, everyone else is looking surprised that they're doing this. Now, they might go in another direction. Who knows? But this was all on the table last season. Why is everybody breaking at a green light? Oh, me, I'm going back to the hood. I got to see my bar. Look, I've been out of town, been in Florida. I've been in all over the lands. Look at that. All this got to go. It's got to go, got to go, got to go. It's got to die out eventually. I can't give my hand no sympathy. Grow dreads, nah. I've already talked about that. I don't have nothing to say about Gummy. Let Gummy be in Gummy land. Gummy can stay where he is doing what Gummy wants to do. We have nothing to do with Gummy. That's good for Gummy and everybody. He keeps attacking Kwame because he knows Kwame gonna respond, so he gonna keep down. To be honest, like YouTube is supposed to be against stuff like that. Oh, definitely. Saginaw stem. doing big things. I just got a box from the Saginaw Stem today. So I don't know what's in the box. I haven't opened it yet. So when I get home, we'll do that. Wow, just like that. I tell you, I don't know if that was YouTube or the hood. Seems like the hood. Oh yeah, Vlad did all his line and everything in the world, knowing he was spamming. That's okay. Shouts out to Jose. Oh, the Bus Life Sports. Like Kwame finna go live, I think now, or did he go live already? He probably just went live. So when we shut this off, we're gonna go to Bus Life Sports. Go over there and watch some Kwame Brown. Give his take on what's going on in the NBA right now. No, we not dealing with it. No nonsense. Wait and see who the Pistons draft. That's who I believe is the best player in the draft. Now, I don't want to jinx it, but his name might rhyme with Poison Ivy. That's why the prospects are good. It's just that in the right system, they could be great. It's just that there's no standout. So that's why they keep promoting trades and stuff for the draft night. They're not even talking about the people getting drafted. They just talking about trades all day. Who's getting traded? This person getting traded. Trade. So thank you to anybody who super chatted today. Thank you. I appreciate it. Everybody who hit up my Cash App, Carcino, thank you. God bless. The Patreon, oh, baby, we did the 6-part, the Chicago Bulls fake dynasty. We got up right now the New Orleans flood, what really happened. We got the reason they tried to jack me at the casino. Now you know the full details of why. Then you got, well, I'll let y'all see later. Y'all gonna see it later. I'm out.